I am live. Yay! Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being patient. I'm so sorry for being late. It is fine.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's
late.
me.
It is for being patient. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
That's late. It is for
I hate it when that happens. Earlier, I wanted to see if anybody was here. I was like, oh, I'm running late. Anyway, how are you guys? Hi. Of course, now my cat wants in. Oh, my God, how annoying. Hold on. I'm that third person then. I thought I shut that window like a while ago. Come on in. Seriously? I swear to God, cat, when you do that, I really... She literally was about to turn around and go right back out. Like, no. And I'm like, shit. I actually have a cord on the door. I pulled on it. How are you? Hi. I'm so sorry to keep you guys waiting. I'm so glad you guys were chatting. It wasn't just one of you. There is one of you now, though. 1 minute, 1 second, one person at that moment. That's really funny. Yeah, so my food took a lot longer to make than I planned. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. She'll come back, I'm sure. Hi, honey. So my food took a lot longer to make than I figured for, I guess you could say. I should have eaten a lot sooner too, but I didn't. I just kind of munched and nothing really sounded good. Plus, I don't really have a whole lot, and I kept needing to wash dishes. And anyway, and it just didn't happen. And then finally, I was just like, oh, I reheated my my soup, but the potatoes have gotten really soft. You know what I mean? Like you barely like touch them and they're like disintegrating. And I'm like, I'd really like some bite into some potatoes, you know? So I just I have some of these softer potatoes and I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're called new potatoes. They're like that kind of smaller little golden color. And I put it in with my soup and they cooked pretty fast, but they still took a little bit. And then I wanted to eat some of it. And then I made some bread. So I'm going to chomp on some bread while we chat here for a little bit. I've been on live. I know you guys have been waiting for like 20 minutes. I've been on live for just 3 minutes. So we'll give it some time. I'm not sure who all was planning on coming. I was supposed to be on at noon. But there's literally all this construction going on. Like, and it's not even that much, but it's right there. There was times where I'm sitting here and I could feel it like vibrate my trailer. It was so loud. So loud. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no way I'm going to do an astral meditation with that craziness going on. Oh, good. I'm glad, sweetheart. Yes, I know. That is so true. I don't know if you're on, I don't know how often you go on Instagram. I know it's not really your thing and you went on there because of us, but I did a cool thing today because I got today was a nice gift day. So I'll share this with those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, and you have to imagine these things right here because I took pictures of those things sitting here on my table. So it was like, I am thankful for extra time to pay my rent. So any donations are greatly appreciated. So anyway, my landlord gave me a few more days to pay my rent before he evicts me. So donations are actually what would be really great are some bookings. I'd really like to work or some calls for help. I do have a lot of services that I provide. So there's a lot. So I just need people to know about me. But anyway, my neighbor gave me some weed and he gave me a lot of weed actually. And I got a feather. Where's my feather? Oh, here it is. Why are you being so obnoxious? Do you hear her? So obnoxious. Look at my feather. Why are you acting like you're dying? I can't with your obnoxiousness. Why are you screaming at me like that? No one scratched on the door to begin with. She's making it seem like I've trapped her in here. Leave it out! It's not my idea! Liar. It's just rude. You know, animals change stories too. They're not the only ones humans are not the only ones selecting memories. Just like, I never wanted in here. I'm like, bullshit. You were scratching as you walked in and I shut the door. Little liar. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Oh my god, I can't. Do you hear her? Please with yourself. Just because of that, I deserve some chocolate. My neighbor gave me brownies and flour and chocolate and joints. Oh my. I was like, he handed me this bag is like a full. And I was like, what? And I opened it up and I couldn't even see everything. It was just all stuffed in there. He's been giving me, he's basically been keeping me supplied for weeks now. Oh my god, so cool. Maybe I should have put the chocolate in the freezer. I don't care. I'll just bite right into this sucker. They're like big, huge triangles. Let me show you. Well, that's what they're, well, it's kind of hard to see there. They come in this wrapper. They're chocolate edibles. They're supposed to, and I usually do keep them in the freezer, but oh my goodness gracious, this is a hot mess. Oh, but it looks so ridiculous. I've never had this before. He's only given me, check it out. Ah! He's only given me, oh, it smells ridiculously good. I've had the dark chocolate of this exact same brand. Delta Edibles. This is the salted caramel flavor. And I love salted caramel. There we go. That's perfection. Look at that. That'll do me good. Oh my god. Mmm. Oh, it is so good. You really have to like be somebody who can not mow down. Not have to mow down, you know what I mean? Because you just want to like, this is several doses. Several. How many? Oh, 240 milligrams. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It depends. Maybe like five doses. Something like that. Oh my god, that is good. I can't. I need to stop myself. Seriously. I'll pass out right here on live friggin' YouTube. If I keep mowing that down. Holy moly. Oh, it's so good. I need it far away from me. I'm not even kidding you. I need it like way, way far away from me. I need to munch on something else like really badly so I can You know when you have that taste in your mouth and you're just like, oh, I need more of that. Give me more of that. And there is no more of that. You're like, all right, then I need to go away because I just really want more of that. Like that. It's like that. And now that bread does not sound good. Because that was way too sweet. Oh my goodness. Graham crackers. I love graham crackers. They're yummy. Oh, I've been putting peanut butter on them. Oh my god, it's good. It's really good. You can do a lot of things with graham crackers, actually. You can get really creative. I've gotten really creative with my graham crackers. My graham cracker dessert, like poor girl delights or whatever I want to call them at the time. If you like graham crackers, you have to like graham crackers. So they're yummy. All right. How has everybody been? No, but I don't really eat marshmallows anymore because they're just like, I don't know what. Like if you look at like the contents or the ingredients of what a marshmallow is, it's just a bunch of like sugar and weird things. Like one day I was just like, what's in a marshmallow anyway? It just like felt really weird to me. Like really synthetic. Like you get used to eating like really organic and you eat something so synthetic and just like processed, you're just like, there is nothing to, what is this? And then I looked at the ingredients, I'm like, oh my god. So no, I used to have marshmallows all the time. It was one of my like favorite things, like back in my first life. Like a lot of things. You could put a lot of things in that pile. Actually, I want to have a web page on my a web page on my website that kind of lists all the stuff and the habits that I used to do or consume or partake of, and now my life, how different it is. Those little things like that. Like, no, I don't even have a microwave. Like, they're not good for you. They take the nutrients out of your food, at least 50% of the nutrients out of your food. And I'm just like, oh no, that's just not okay. Like, I need all of them. Thank you very much. That's craziness. And this goes on day in and day out. I mean, it's been known for a while, which is not something that like is mainstream knowledge because they don't want it to be. There's a lot of things that could be put in that little pile, though. You know what I mean? Yes, Birdie. So I was thinking today, I can taste the junk now that I'm trying to eat better. You can taste junk now that you're trying to eat better. I don't own a microwave either. That's good. Leslie's trying to do less microwaving as well. She told me. I'm not sure how that's going. You have to plan for not, you get used to it. It takes a little bit of time, but you totally get used to it. Just it's the stove, just put everything on the stove. You can do a lot of stuff on the stove or in the oven, I'd say like the most annoying factor would be just like reheating coffee or tea. Like that was nice and convenient, like a minute and you're like in and out. Whereas like you put it on there, you forget about it, boils over, it's too hot. Like it happens to me all the time because I'm just not gonna stand there and watch it. Like I'd rather poke things in my eyes and just stand somewhere doing nothing and just like, even if I'm with my phone, I don't know. I get bored. I'm just like, okay, I'll come back to you. I really need to get a timer, but I don't have one. Rosie, are you okay? You're doing better? I gave her just a smidge too much of my brownie earlier. She got a little bit too stoned. She was acting kind of silly for a little bit. I don't mean to laugh. It was kind of funny. And I didn't mean to. I was just like, oh, that's maybe too much. And it was like, way too, like, and I'm giving her like the tiniest little pieces too of these brownies, like the tiny, because she doesn't need that much. They actually make dog cannabis biscuits where I get mine from. And I haven't gotten. I used to get them for my son's dog, and I used to get them every day because he was high anxiety. And even with me giving him energy and love energy, and me spending like 80 billion% of my life on this dog, and he got way better as he was here. But that just helped like take the edge off and stuff. And so if he got some, she got some. When he left, like it all stopped. She probably was like, hey, where'd my weed go? But I gave her some for a little while, but she really doesn't need it. She's a pretty chill dog. But she loves sweets, and she loves like any kind of like cookies or brownies or stuff, and I never give her any. But the other day I was eating some and I just had little pieces, and I was like, well, you haven't had any of that kind of stuff, and that much brownie doesn't have enough chocolate to cause a problem compared to what she's gone into before on her own into my dark chocolate. Oh my goodness me. Yes, she has. One of my first, not first, but in the beginning healings that I did as an emergency was my dog eating too much really good dark chocolate, like the pure stuff too. Like 85%, like almost the whole bar. I come home after her being alone for several, like one of the only times that she'd ever be alone to get to it. She got to it because I left it out. She's a naughty girl. And I come home and I take one look at her. I was like, and I take one look at the foil all over the place. And I was just like, oh, shit. She got into the chocolate. And she did. And it's not. So anyway, I did my healing on her and she was fine after that. She was totally fine. She would have needed to go to the hospital if I couldn't have healed her myself or die, because she ate so much and she was so poisoned at the time when I found her, or when I got home, and I was just like, yeah, you don't look too good. And I was starving. So I was like, I'm going to make my food and figure out like how you're feeling. And maybe within like 15 minutes, she was just like looking worse. And I thought, oh yeah. And then I just knew, my guides told me, yeah, you can heal her from this. And I was like, oh, it's a good thing, because I don't have like $1,000. So thank God for that. And I put my hands on her, and she's like, yeah, like they always do, like, because she was not, it's like poison. It turns to poison in her body, basically. And she's a small dog. So she had way more than she could possibly tell. Like she could eat, she could mow down a Snickers bar and be totally fine. Like, totally fine. But that much dark chocolate, no. And so, so yeah, I put my hands on her and she was like a little squirmy. I was like, stop it. And I just kind of did my thing. And it just felt like a pop in her abdomen. It just went like, but not like a burp, but like an internal burp, which like that whatever was forming in there that was becoming a poison in her body, with whatever you want to call that energy around that, in her digestive system or her blood or her liver, or wherever it goes, when the body of a dog can't metabolize dark chocolate. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure it's the liver or the kidneys that can't metabolize it and becomes a poison. This is why they die. Like, it's no big deal if they eat like a little bit of milk chocolate. Like, people freak out about that, especially after Halloween. When I worked in the vet hospitals, we used to get those calls all the time. Oh, my dog got into some chocolate. Okay, how much and what was it? Most of the time, it wasn't a problem. Every so often, it was. Your sister's dog went crazy for my apple core yesterday. Oh, that's cute. And Karen says, cool, Infinity, you healed your own dog. Yeah, it was cool. Thank goodness for that. And so she just did this little pop thing, and I went, oh, there it is. And I felt it, and she just kind of went like this. And like before that, her eyes were all glossy, and she was just like, and I was like eating my food and looking at her, like testing her. I was like, want some of this? She's just like, you know, and I was like, oh no. She's just not even at all into it. And, so yeah, and she just kind of shook, and I went over her body, and she just kind of shook a little bit and did her little thing, jumped down and looked at me, and I was like, you hungry? She's like, yeah, like wanted to eat immediately. She was ready to eat, and she was totally fine. Totally, completely fine. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, she did. She was just like, oh, because at first she didn't want me touching her. And then she was like, oh. I mean, it was literally, it took me probably like, I don't know, like a minute or something. Something like that. I don't know. It was really, really fast. And what was funny was I was live on my other channel. Oh, because when I came home, there was a feather, and I knew it was from an angel. And so I went online. I was like, an angel was just in my trailer, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, now I got to go heal my dog. And I just should have stayed on and healed her, like on the video. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. Afterwards, I thought of it. I've done a lot of healings where I was just like, after the fact, I'm like, oh, I should have documented that in some way. I'm like, oh, well, like whatever. Not really what I was on the forefront of my brain, you know, at the time until afterwards. I was like, oh, that was cool. All right. I was the only witness to that besides me and the animal. And I healed a lot of animals before I started. Like Oliver was the first one that I actually videotaped. And it was because my guides were like, seriously, set this up now before you get started. And I was like, okay, because it's just another thing to do. And I just kind of want to get to it. Now I know better. So anyway. So it's 2:22:22. Oh my goodness gracious. It totally was. 22 minutes, 22 seconds, 2 people, 2 likes. Not even kidding you. The numbers today have been ridiculous. Just crazy ridiculous. Okay, guys. So I was thinking before I was late in coming on here, because I usually do oracle cards, you know. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I still have cards all over the place. I still need to get figure out what's going on with those particular cards. This was a reading that I did several days ago, actually. It feels like at this point, I can't remember how long ago it was. It feels like a long time ago that I was supposed to the very next day get back to it. Are you okay? And I didn't, because I don't know why. It's just been kind of one thing after another. So I was just guided, well, remember that spread you have yet to get to for whatever the reasons are. So take a look at it with the group. And it's over 20 minutes into the feed, so I'm not waiting any longer to get going. This is a cute little dragon, you see? He's so cute. That's the 4 of Pentacles. The Strength card. Kevin really, really, really liked this deck a lot. So did you, Karen. I think that day that I did this, it was getting late and you had to go to bed. Lindsay. What was I going to call you, Lindsay? Leslie. But anyway, what was interesting about that is this is one of the cards. It's the Emperor card. Yeah, these are really cool. They're pretty detailed, to say the least. And we got a really cool spread that day. There was all sorts of cool stuff happening with this deck. And this spread that day. I'm really trying to remember what date that was right now. I'm having a hard time remembering. The Two of Cups was a favorite at 260222. So you have they're both trees intertwined. He's got a cup for her. Let's see, like here. Two of Cups. That's a great card. I'm hearing if things feel a little bit stagnant and slow, who can relate to that? Things feel a little bit stagnant and slow. I'm just going to go with what these cards are telling me right now because this is what I'm feeling. Maybe even a little like stuck. There's definitely, oh, this is funny. There's definitely, I can relate to this. Yeah, I didn't see the two trees at first either. Or I haven't looked at these cards in a long time, and they're really detailed and very light. So there, you have to like, I literally almost take pictures and look at my pictures instead of the cards because there's so much happening. I just don't want to do that while I'm on the, with you guys. So I'm just like, what is that? So sometimes, yeah, when we first looked at that card, it looked like she was waiting for somebody with her Two of Cups. And then then they told me, no, look closer. It wasn't me, it was them. They're the ones that always really point things out to me in decks, especially this deck. Well, in any deck, but Rosie, are you hungry? You're hungry now? You are? I'm gonna have to make you some food then. So I'll just go over this first little piece right here with the Chariot. And that first day, we were basically just taking out cards and just oohing and awing over them. And maybe I was saying a few things, but it was different than I normally do. And I'm like, oh, it's this and this and this and this. I wasn't like really feeling that. But here I do. I feel the Chariot, and I feel like there's like kind of a stagnant movement. And maybe even a little stuck. And there's like thoughts and dreams, kind of whimsical kind of feeling about the future, or good feelings. Positive feelings. However, feels like there's stuff that still needs to be worked out. Things aren't totally smooth. There's still things that need to be taken care of. That took long enough. I've had a slow brain today. I'm just gonna say it. But it's kind of working right now. Things need to be taken care of, and for a lot of people, it's the money thing that needs to be taken care of. That needs to start changing, flowing. Like I said, I can relate to this. This is what they're showing me right now with this, and so it's like, yeah, okay, I get this. I'm feeling all this because I do want to get going. It does feel stuck. But I am positive and wishful for the future and hopeful for the future, all these things. I'm listening, guys. Okay, so Leslie says she's listening. She's just cleaning up a little bit. And 10 of Swords, still letting go and in the process of things shifting and being taken to a new place or letting go of things from the present. I think a lot of that, like I'm hearing right now, is that like any of those vows of poverty that we talked about, that card came up the other day. They're all the days are blending together. So now I don't know what day. What's today? Today's Saturday, Friday, Thursday. So maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever. At some point we got that card. To sever vows of poverty. And oh yeah, I see this is like what I hear when I see this is plans of the future and looking into the future, a bright future, but still like he's not going anywhere from here at the same time. So, you know what I mean? And that is the 9 of Wands card. This one right here. So I guess we're just kind of feeling more like in this mode at the moment. And that is the Temperance card. Got a little dragon. How cute is that? You can relate to money issues. Oh wait, she said. I thought she said something else. Oh, the unicorn is the cherry. Yeah, cute. Yeah, totally. And check out the Page of Cups. like sitting in her place. She's just like right now, just taking care of what needs to be taken care of. This is what I'm hearing. Oh, and what I was going to tell you about this was that before the feed, I wanted a picture. Oh, because they always take a picture. The way that I set it up, I set it up the easy way. There's 2 ways to set it up in YouTube. One's the easy way, one's the hard way. I like the easy way. But it does that. And I was like, oh, I'll pick a card. And this is the Emperor card. See if I can hold it just right. So it's the number 4 card. And when I picked it, though, it was in reverse. And it's even my picture for the video is me holding this card. And then I just kind of expected, oh, it's the 4 card, it's the Emperor card. I'll probably come up in reading, who knows? But I mean, I didn't really think much of it. And then I did most of the cards, most of the reading. And then it was like, oh, pick another card, I think, or 1 card fell. I can't even remember how it came out. And I got to feed Rosie. But anyway, it did. And it came out in reverse. And then it was like, okay, I'm pretty sure that was the last card then at that point. So, and that's the Emperor card. And just give me a minute and I need to feed Rosie. I'm so happy she's feeling better. Oh, now that potatoes are perfect. Oh my God. I was also almost a major mess. Okay, love, come here. You ready to eat? You okay? You're not too stoned anymore? You're so cute. You give me those eyes and I give you too much. It's all your fault. I take no responsibility whatsoever. All your eyeballs' fault. I really want some of this in my mouth right now. I'm not feeling like much of anything as far as the food department. Like I knew I needed to eat all day, but nothing sounded good. Hello. This card, this spread had a lot going on. A lot of symbolism. The pay, I think that was the, I thought you had said it that it was, not that you had asked the question. So I thought you were just saying there was a yin yang symbol. So I was like, oh, cool. Hold on. Ah. I'm like, seriously? I'm like bound and determined to find it. For some reason I can't find it. I'm just not seeing it. What is my problem? There it is. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. At exactly 4:22. 42:22 with 2 people and 2. Like, wow, that was trippy. All right. It definitely looks like it. Also kind of looks like a cat. I don't know. What are you doing, doggy? Stop. You know what it is? It's like a magic orb thing. Okay. Do you help? Are you trying to bury yourself in my sweatshirt? What are you doing, crazy dog? Okay. Calm down. Oh my goodness. Okay, check it out. I'm so glad that we got into this really quick because I actually didn't notice this before. But it's a dragon coming out of this orb. And the orb does look like a yin yang. Oh, it's 2 dragons coming out of the orb. Holy shit. You see that? It's hard to see it, but the head of the one dragon is right here, and the head of the other one I think is like right here. One is blue. But there's 2 dragons. And so here, see if I could do this. So, okay, so she's got this sphere here, little sphere that she's like putting her magic into or thinking or whatever, and they show you, and it's the 2 dragons are coming out of it, the yin yang. So we have the golden one and the like the fire and the water, basically, is what I'm hearing. And we have an orb here, and we have one here. So there's 2 of these balanced energies that are with the dragons, the fire dragon and the water dragon. This is an angel. You can see she has angel wings and a halo. She's with the dragon, who's giving his magic to it as well. You can see that. It's actually a really good card. So that's what you really got to do with these cards. You got to sit and like really like take a look at it like really close. Or what I do is I normally take pictures. When you take pictures of them, it makes it a lot easier. So you can zoom in, which is really, I wish these cards were bigger because they're pretty small. Like compared to, these are the Wild Unknown cards. Well, I guess they're pretty close to the Wild Unknown. But the pictures, I mean, this is a picture of the in the Wild Unknown, and this is a picture in Shadowscapes. It's really interesting. You had me look at that card, and I finally found it. It took me forever, it felt like. And I finally came up with it. Check this out, guys. At 42.22. Isn't that so pretty? This is another one that I broke taking pictures of it, as I had it propped up, and it fell. Yeah, it's really pretty. I have several pictures of this. I'm pretty sure on my Instagram. They're delicate, and they can be like, I got a super good deal on it. I think he practically gave it to me. My feather I found today. So that was the thing where this said feather. This is right here. Anyway, you'll see the picture if you go on my Instagram. I take pictures. I got all creative with my gratefulness, which helps, because then you're really kind of stamping your gifts and your gratefulness at the same time, and manifesting with good vibes. I need to put this up. My window. One thing's for certain, I don't know if you guys have felt like this, but I think as the collective, we have been feeling like this. Like, I know that I got a little bit of weed, and I didn't even use that much of it, and I just had that little bit of chocolate. But even way before that, this morning, selenite, Get yours today. Awesome. Yeah, do that. So Karen's saying she's going to check my Instagram out. So she's going to look. But anyway, just really tired this morning. I was woken up a few times in the middle of the night, specifically to look at the time. Like 2:02, or what was it? She's the 3rd, right? Like right now. For example, 3:09 on November 3rd. But anyway, it was this morning, and I was looking at the clock at like 3:03 in the morning, or whatever crazy times that, and the night before as well, 2:02. I remember very specifically on the 2nd. I woke up at 2:02 on the 2nd, like doink, looked at the clock, went, really? And it was like, yeah, take a picture. So and it happened like 2 other times. So aside from being like woken up like that, I needed more sleep. I did not want to get up today. I was still pretty tired. I really wanted another nap, or a nap, I should say, not another nap. I didn't nap. I wanted another nap. It's what time? 6 o'clock, 6:10. It feels like 9 o'clock to me. It's crazy. Does anybody else feel like that? She says, I miss my selenite so much, but I'll get another one coming week. Good. I know. It's a great crystal, and it's not an expensive one. And it really helps to transmute negative energy, diffuse it, get it off you, clear space. Selenite feels really good. Princess loves rubbing it all over. When I take it out and I'm like, I'll hold it up, she's just like, rah. She does that cat thing. She just rubs her face all over it. I should give it to her more often. Cat is so high strung. As she's totally chilled out and sleeping right now. You've had trouble sleeping? Have you been waking up in the middle of the night, or not being able to go to sleep? What's been going on? Leslie's saying, I felt completely out of it today, very lightheaded. I didn't want to do anything. Yeah. And this is how we're getting like that. Have you felt kind of like, oh, I feel, but today, like for the most part, like even though I felt like that, I felt really loose and good and okay, like not in a bad headspace. Like I felt really, like, obviously, like just feeling pretty good, about things. And so that had nothing to do with it. It was just like, wow, it's like tired. Just felt like a tired day. And today's what day? Today's the 3rd. And it's the 3rd day into our November, where we had a definite influx of energy and a new position and a new time going into November. I got channeled that information the other day that we're basically flip-flopping new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon, day in, day out in the collective. So it's kind of heavy. It's kind of going like a wave through the collective. So not like everybody's being hit at the same time. It's like some people's new moons or full moons are going to be like more energetic or tired or emotional or sensitive or more irritated, or you know what I'm saying? So, but it's going to go through the collective like that. And as it does that, it's still ebbing and flowing through in how that's working. So we can definitely feel that either within a day or day in and day out kind of energy going on, coming up. And that's what all that was about, was how that was going to happen. It's not something we're used to. Like, we're used to big energetic days in a month, and those are usually our full moon and new moon and our gate days. Sometimes they land on the same day, which that's not the case this month. This month, the 11th is like a 40% moon or something like that. It's not a full moon or a new moon. Can't sleep, falling asleep and waking back up. Karen says, Leslie says, I felt floaty. That was the best way to describe it. I didn't feel like I was grounded. Leslie says, my mood has been pretty level though. Yes, felt irritated last few days. Just felt extremely chilled with no energy today. Yeah, what's exactly what today felt like. That's basically, I was just like, oh, I'm like, well, I don't know, I'll take that. Because I'm feeling it like that, like most people are kind of, or that's like kind of what came over me was yeah, you might be a little floaty, a little daisy, a little forgetful. I was just like, oh my God, so many times I forgot what I was doing. I start doing one thing, start doing another thing, realized I didn't finish that thing, this is why I was also, I'm going to be honest, like I just could not keep track of my shit today. I was tired. I was hungry. I was, doing this, I was doing that, but I was all in a good mood about it. I was totally great about it. Felt better today with my dog. Maybe it's because she was stoned. I don't know. But she's been getting on my nerves a lot lately. I think that's been pretty obvious. But she's also been nervy lately. And that kind of like energy really bugs me. And I think that that's also why she gets that way, is to bug me. Just like a little mole living in your house when you have somebody or an animal or something that just like grates on your nerves with certain things that they do. And she tends to do that. It's just, it is what it is. I'm just being honest. I love her so much. Don't get me wrong. I do. But she has certain things, and then she can really get that ramped up. But there wasn't any of that today either. Your cat does that. That's so funny. Yeah, we just, like, my cats will know when, like, if they're being like little shits and they're doing stuff that they shouldn't do, and that's like irritating me, but they're also, they're also very sentient. They have personalities, they have moods, they have like what you would call like, I'm irritated with you. All into their own selves, like they have that going on. If you own a cat, dogs are a little bit better at not being that way. Well, maybe male dogs. Female dogs are another story, but I just think across the board, female animals and male animals they can just kind of go into two sections. I don't care if it's a dog, cat, or whatchamacallit, they're just male, female, and they can like within the energy of an animal, they can really, it's different than a human. Animals can really, depending on their mood, can really decide which one they want to be in their energy more. And sometimes I'll get it wrong when I meet an animal. I'll be like, oh, and I'll feel like full on female, and people are like, no, it's a dog, it's a boy, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a girl. And then like if I like know that animal, I'll feel at another time like a total like boy energy. Like they'll shift into their male and female, divine, feminine and masculine within their own animal self, quite often actually, depending on what's going on. Probably better than humans do. They're able to tap into these different energies in a way that and I don't care what we're talking about. make that perfectly clear. I don't care what kind of animal we're talking about. I've observed this in every kind of animal, and it has been told to me over and over again when I'm like, oh, I feel weird when I'm wrong. And they're like, no, they're leaning in more to that energy right now. That's why you're feeling that. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, why, you know, like, why am I wrong about that? That's weird. I'm smelling right now. I'm smelling smoke. Hold on. Baby. Oh, it's a baby. Who's a baby? Who's a baby? Who's a baby? She loves kisses, but she hates to be held. Oh my God, it's a horrible, 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 horrible thing I did. Thank you. Karen says about her cat, she stares at me and acts so spoiled. She probably is so spoiled. My animals are so spoiled. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, they're meant to spoil. Like that's what you're supposed to do with your animals and your family, your animal family, and animals in general. They're supposed to be spoiled. Like you're supposed to be good to them and all that stuff. So I full on lean into spoil. I'm like a full I hell yeah, I spoil. Like people are like, oh, you spoil them. I'm like, uh-huh. Spoil yours too. Like it's a bad thing to spoil your animals. I'm like, seriously? They're not humans. I can spoil them all I want. If it was a human, that's a different story because you don't want to make an asshole, right? And a little narcissist. But if it's an animal, you can spoil the crap out of them. Feel really good about yourself. So I'm like, yeah, I spoil them. Absolutely. I would spoil them more if I could, and I will. I plan on it. Trust me. They're gonna reap the rewards of living like this. I am gonna spoil the shit out of them. I mean, they enjoy their outside and stuff, but they've been pretty cramped in here for over a year. And you know, they pile on me. I swear to God, I wish I could take a picture this morning. I shit you not, people. I'm like, picture me laying right here because it's my bed. You're in my bedroom. You're my living room. You're in my everything because this is where I live. This is my trailer, and it's just this little teeny tiny couch that I live on. I don't even like make it flat and like have more room. Maybe I should. They'd probably pile on me anyway at this point because they're so used to it. They wouldn't know what to do with the extra space. But I literally had like a cat here, a cat like 1, 2, 3, literally on top of my body, not next to me, but on me. Baby lives to lay on the bottom part of my legs. I don't know why they're bony as hell. It makes no sense whatsoever, but whatever. That's her spot. She likes it there. And little bear likes it right in the center, and big boy likes it right up here, like on top of my chest. Like, and I love him here. He's so cuddly and squishy. It's so good. It's yummy goodness. Then I have Rosie tucked in right next to me, and then I have Ariel tucked in like right there. The bird. This tiny little space. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Oh my God. Sky's here. Hey, love. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I've been MIA. My friends miss me and I want to come over. I haven't seen them in weeks. Have you guys? Should have told you. I love you guys. Just told you sooner. So are you staying or are you going? I'm confused. Oh no, he's leaving. Okay. Bye. Hi, bye. Have fun. No, it's understandable. It's Saturday night. You're a young, strapping lad. You should go hang out with your young folk. Oh my god, it's so funny. Have fun. Do it later, alligator. Go be inspiration to the children of today and tomorrow. Love you. Silly. Have a good time, seriously. Have fun. Do the meditation tomorrow. Oh, my ears are popping. Getting crispy, people. I'm hearing if they didn't sit on me, I'd float away in the middle of the night. So it's probably better that they're all on top of me. I told you the story about that one time that I levitated and baby didn't like it. She's gonna fall off. Oh my god. It's so funny. I'm really crispy right now. I just felt my ears pop. How are we feeling, people? Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. Watch the video entitled well, it's a video where Sky interviews me. It's in my playlist just called Infiniti. And excuse me. And I talk about it there. Okay, where's my dog? Okay, there you are. Okay. Let me make my little space here. I mean, I don't know for sure that it was just kind of a joke. I mean, I nap plenty these days, and I don't have a cat sitting on me. So, and I'm not floating away. It's a certain type of, it only happened once that I know of, but seriously, in my sleep, who knows? Maybe I would float, because that's how it was beginning to happen the one time that I did it. You know, so I'm not sure, I don't really know. And my cats were just in a really different space than they normally are. They're normally all over my legs, and there's like no way I could, well, I guess I could float with them on me, but they're pretty heavy. I mean, they're each at least like 10 pounds or 8 pounds or whatever. Big boy is probably way more than that. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, wait, my music stopped. Okay, so let me find some music, you guys. Oh, you saw that video? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the video I talked about it. I think that's at the very beginning.
I decided to enroll in National University because of the 1-month format and the remote graders, especially with my busy lifestyle.
I can focus on one thing at a time, and I don't have to try and balance.
Oh my goodness, can I please? Thank you.
After a long day of work, sometimes it's hard to have to make a stop on the way home. So the fact that I can come home, start dinner, and then sit down and log into my class, that was really helpful.
Are you going to skip for me?
The type of accreditation that National University has.
Sorry.
Because of the ability to transfer units if necessary. A lot of these professors either have a doctorate or they have their second master's and they're adjunct faculty.
Wow. They're just taking forever to skip. Like skip, 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 skip. And it just keeps going and going and going. If anything's consistent lately, it's the annoyance of electronics just not doing what it should be doing. That's for sure. If there's an annoyance to be had, that is a consistent one. That is for damn sure. Oh my God. Seriously. Oh, my head. Eyeball time. Hey, guys. Get comfy. Okay, here we are. How far into it? 110, 33 into it. Open it and torture you guys for over an hour. Good Lord. Didn't feel like that. Maybe I did. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. Hold on. This is weird. Something is off. I don't know. Maybe it's because my dog is in the spot where she normally isn't, and it's weird. Oh, it's 1:11 into it. Oh, jeez. That's funny. These numbers today. Ay. Okay, so let's stretch, you guys. Arms up. Like, I'm really feeling the need to stretch, like, every time we start now. And that is about our joints. You guys feeling this too? If you are, feel free to chime in since we're not, getting comfy yet. If your joints have been sore or achy, if your muscles have been, along with the tiredness. Did anybody's periods start before they were supposed to? Things like that. Okay, good. Leslie says, never. I love hanging out with you guys. Good. But I've definitely been feeling this little bit of achiness in the body. Yes, I am not supposed to start for a week, but was actually going to ask you today because I feel like I was going to start today. Figured we probably synced up. Yes. So yes, I was going to ask you the same thing, and it is an affirmative on that, my dear, because I was myself going, seriously? What is this? I can't count on a normal... Not that I really ever paid, not that I've been paying attention to that for the longest time, but I mean... I can't help it that it's been like new moon, full moon, new moon, and then like, because 1 month it was with Laura, the next month it was with you, one was full moon, one was new moon, and I had known that this was like feeling this fluctuation, but like the fact that it like flip-flopped was so trippy to me. Like it moved up a whole like 2 weeks. That's like a lot of time. And then the very next month, and then this month again, I'm like, oh my God, but why? And then as soon as I got this information, as soon as I'm like, today, this is what's happening today. I'm like, oh, really? But I'm feeling great about it. But then they're like, I was like, really? And they go, well, yeah, it's the whole month, the moon month. Doesn't it make sense? And I'm like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. So she's saying, so Karen's saying sore muscles, no more periods here. Yeah, I thought that maybe you were past that. But yeah. So that's more to it too. So tiredness, not like an exhaustion to like where you you just are just like just kind of tired, not horrible, in a good mood, but sore, and maybe your period moved. That could happen. Yeah. So anyway, with that said, needing to, with the soreness, if your muscles are sore, some of you that may watch this back, your joints are sore. They just feel achy. Like when you move, you're like, ah, why does that hurt? Like maybe you worked out, but you didn't. Or maybe you did extra hard yoga, but you didn't. You know, you're just like, why am I feeling like I did some extra? Maybe I had some really rough sex, but I didn't. Wish I did, but I didn't. Even your root chakra is like, you're like, what's happening? Maybe some of that. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's like an overall kind of soreness. Like, you know, that sex sore? You know what I'm talking about, people. Sex sore? What are you talking about? Seriously. Like that kind of body feeling where you're just like, damn, like you feel like you did some stuff, but you didn't. That is definitely being felt by the collective. To some degree with some people, depending on what's going on with you. So maybe not, maybe a little, maybe totally you can relate with this. I know a baseline of what this is. Yeah, sex sore. Yes, Deb, I hope so, girl. I know you do. We're a family here. It's just you and me. We know what's up. We know sex sore. I should freaking hope so, man. Good Lord. Everybody should. Just saying. All right, back to business, people. Seriously, stop it. I'm an Aries. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius, so, you know. Okay. For everybody who knows sex sore, feel your sex soreness. whether you're feeling it or not, whether it's real or not. Oh man. You know, maybe there's some of that going on. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm like checking my body. Do I have hickeys? Like, what's going on here? I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I'm like sore. Okay. All right, I'm gonna mark this again because I'm ridiculous right now with my energy. Ay. No, you know what? Seriously, I'm just gonna tell you guys that I wish I knew. I know. I'm feeling the giddiness. You guys are doing this. I know you are. It's not fair because I'm the only one on camera. I feel you guys. I feel you guys feeling this. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh my gosh. See, this is what it's like to be me. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna put my blindfold on. Seriously, my mask on. My blindfold. My mask on. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't shut my window. Be right back. Oh, we have to like well, sort of shit. It has an AC stick in it. But the window part was open. And you're like, but Infiniti, you have this window right here, and it's totally open. That's true. I do. But I have a massive light out there that shines when anything larger than a cat. And sometimes the cat set it off, but I can tell the difference. Nobody is ever next door. So, and it's just a pain in the ass. I'd like to have to look outside, actually, have something open. Actually, I have a few things open. I haven't had sex for a while. I know, me either. Me either. That we could talk about that in another video, as well as the bisex stuff and feeling that, what that's about. We could talk about what it's like to, maybe for those of us who have, you know, not had sex, decided not to have sex for whatever reasons. We could have that conversation. That would be a good conversation to have. Or if you're like, yeah, I didn't decide anything, it's just happened, and I'd like that to stop, we could talk about that too. Because, you know, there's people who want nothing to do with it right now. People are like preparing for something. People don't, you know, really searching, whatever the case may be. We can talk about these different things, or if it's a choice kind of thing. For me, it's been a definite choice. Definite choice. So anyway, okay, now we're really going to start now. I promise. It's just hard. My body feels really weird today. The other day was my eyeballs feeling really weird. Just like there's something that feels weird every day, aside from everything else going on. And I know other people feel this way too. It's not just me. Because if I feel it and I check in with the tribe going, is this just me? Or am I feeling everybody? Is it me and everybody? Because I need to know. I'm a physical empath, and I'm like seriously connected energetically, as you guys know. So I'm like, what's going on? And I get my answers. This is what's going on. And it makes sense. So that's why I share with you guys. And I have to admit to be really open in this way. I'm probably even more open. I'm getting there. If you guys can imagine. Just because I'm meant to have people understand that these things that you're feeling at a particular time, you're like, there's a reason, you're not alone. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. Like there's a purpose to my pain. I figured that out a long time ago. All right, lives. Seriously. Okay, I'm good. Let's start. I love you. Okay. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here. It is Saturday, November 3rd, 2018, and we're just talking, commiserating about how we feel physically, energetically at this time. And there's definitely bells rung there. So know that that conversation is always a free-flowing one. Take a few nice, really big, deep breaths for me, family. Continue to move and stretch as it is guided to you, as you're feeling the need for it. Just keep your eyes closed. You can even work on massaging your body if you're sore in that way. Some of us are feeling more of that than others for different reasons. So, and it's definitely going to be in the top part of the body more than the bottom part of the body. So first off, it's going to be more in the torso, the chest, the shoulders, the head, the neck, the arms, the hands, then the butt, the legs, that part down there. So take a few deep breaths again. Palms up on your knees. Again, this is sitting. If you need to lay down because that is where you're comfortable, and that's fine too. What's most comfortable for you. So if you're not comfortable sitting, you may lay down. But if you are comfortable sitting, then please sit. So let's regulate our breath, practicing with the breathing technique that I talked about yesterday. And that is when you kind of pucker your lips and you take your breaths like that, it forces you just breathe slowly and to be centered. So let's just do that independently for a couple minutes. And then start to take nice deep breaths in through your mouth all the way up. Hold it. And then let it go. And get back to center. Start feeling your energy in and around your space, your energy coming and emanating, filtering out from you. Start to feel that energy all the way, your front, your back, your head, your shoulders, your lower back, underneath your seat, your legs, your feet. Nice deep breath. Make sure your palms are nice open, nice and big. And you can start to feel the energy in and around you, and definitely filling up your hands. Feeling the energy even coming up out of the palm of your hands. Through your hand chakras. So it's energy filtering into your hands from your body, from your root and your sacral and your solar and your heart and your throat, your pineal and your crown, and even higher. And the energy, it's all through you. Feel it emanating out. 2 inches, then 3 inches, a little bit more. Feel it getting bigger. And start to see it as that luminescent rainbow color that we've been working with in these astrals, in this space. We still work with the violet, but it's both of them. And we've been seeing a lot more rainbows lately, I think just all around. At this same time, oddly enough. And so we are again coming into our rainbow luminescent color. Let's stay in that space. I'll be right back. let's just have that grow, get bigger. Just feel it kind of rise up as if you're in what I'm seeing, you guys. Oh, this is super cool. Okay, what I'm seeing, guys, is imagine that you're in a water droplet. You are the water droplet. And you're in the water droplet. And so you are also in this rainbow light, and you're a crystal because you're a water droplet. So just imagine what it would be like sitting in a water droplet or being a water droplet. And imagine this water droplet or the vapor that is becoming the water droplet as it's forming. Imagine that you are in the sky, in the clouds, and it is bright, and there's a feeling of denseness around you, and you're the vapor, the water droplet in the cloud. And there's also other trans-dimensional beings, let's say, that are also sharing your space. So even if it is a man-made chemtrail induced water vapor cloud, at some point it becomes something other than that. It's water. It's that moisture. It's vapor. It's a combination of the elements. And for some of those clouds, they induce like real clouds. Or for some of those clouds, they also become gates or portals, ways to look at them. A way for things like the dragons to use to show themselves to us. And I think the videos, I didn't take any of those types of videos today. There weren't, I think clouds did come later, but I was not called outside. But I did take these videos in these last couple of days where they're clearly chemtrail videos, but you could see the dragon's face right up against, like, using that. So imagine being that. In the sky. Sometimes they're much higher than others. Just put yourself in one of those perspectives and be small like a water droplet. Feel the energy of a dragon. and being a part of what that would feel like as you're the water droplet. But then imagine that there's a lot of you and the temperature is cold and it's just the right conditions for a lot of you, denseness, a storm system. Because there is the perfect conditions for that. Nothing too intense, but rain will form. There is a lot of moisture, a lot of you water droplets. And imagine that you are part of these clouds that were and are as they're changing and moving. So you can imagine them from the inside or from the outside, different perspectives of these clouds. But the rainbow prismatic color, the colors, I should say, all through, and you kind of blend here and you blend there, and as the other elements move in and through you, so do these other beings like the dragons, pushing, using their own energy to move with you. But you do feel the denseness of more and the heaviness. So yes, you become a large water droplet. Now imagine that you are this storm system. You started off as some moisture, became a cloud and got bigger and bigger. But then imagine that you are this small storm system in your very special place that you are creating, or you can think of making and creating in this other world, this other dimension that we go to. What it looks like, what it feels like. If you've been here before, you were a bud, a flower, you bloomed and blossomed there. So imagine that place now as much as you can, or go back there again. And picture from the perspective of the cloud, of the system, of moisture, the storm, being up above. And there's more and more denseness of moisture. There's some even darkness in places as the denseness gets very, very heavy. Maybe there's so much of this friction and denseness that there is even electricity. I can see that. It is a release from too much friction, the energy in that space. So it cracks and does that, going back and forth, touching down at some point. Hello, family. This is Gaia. I hope that you are taking this opportunity to be the water inside the storm, an opportunity to see from this perspective, regardless of how you began, what it is like to work in this way with the other elements, with me, with the beings from the other realms. At times, more so now. It is so good to see you here and their family, perceiving in this way. You are meant to see yourself from up above and down below, and how both are so very important. And at some point, you are to let go and separate from all that you've known and joyfully, thankfully, fearlessly join with the rest of your brothers and sisters in a free fall of faith down to me, your mother Gaia. You see, feel what that would feel like. It's simple for the water in that perspective, just like a butterfly, just like so very many things in nature. Without delay, without compromise, or judgment, or shame, or fear. It's on to the next stage, evolution, change. So many things in nature work this way, without contemplation, without judgment, without fear, like we've said so many times, so many of us here. Understanding that in the perspective of human, so many different things come into play that is truly unnatural to your evolution, but that feel very real and very worthy of your energy and your space and your time. When that's not very true, it is if you make it, of course, your choice. This is why it is so good to spend time in nature. As you observe the natural things and the natural order of things, and you're with me and you remember things like this. You live in a certain ebb and flow harmony with the way things go. Without fear, without judgment, you go and know there is a reason why the river flows. And it doesn't stop ever unless it dries up completely. And even then, the tiniest little itty bitty channels of water will keep moving as long as they can. It helps to be in nature. It helps to bring the water into your system to feel it flow and make that water as blessed and as comforting as possible, as you've been told. Please put your effort into this. Feel yourself again as the water in the storm falling down into your space. Of course, the flowers need water. Fall down to your flowers, to your trees or grass, to another body of water, to a channel that will run over rocks and minerals, that will feed the souls of the wildlife, become one with them. Everything in its beautiful, divine, circular motion, flow. That is why when you are blocked, my children, you feel unnatural, you feel discomfort. You are pure energy and water. This you know, and you need to flow in both of these ways, in your physical, the water, and in your energetic, in your spirit. All of these in flow. Hello, family. This is Gabriel. And it is true, when you are in flow in these ways, you do feel so much better. This is something I've taught you since you were very, very little. Try to remember. Wanting you to feel balance in your mood and thoughts, in your activities, in the way you express yourself, in giving you the comfort that you needed. And trust me, whether you felt me there or not, I was there with you. It is my most divine pleasure and my divine duty to be with all of the children and all of the babies in and after they are in womb, to talk to them and give them comfort. This is also why water feels so good and comforting. As you know, as you are human, and before you are born, you are in this fluid, and it is comforting. You are connected not only to your mother, but Mother Gaia, and to us all. When you decided to go and begin your mission, the whole experience of being in that place and time, and then leaving in the different ways that you may have from your mother into the world and the reality as you know it. And from that moment on, it's a very jarring experience, one that can go in so many different ways, as so many of you know. The flow tends to get impeded by so very many things. And there are things that will help you along the way. And we do our best, your spirit, family, here beside you, to help and guide you. Yet it is still very jarring and difficult, we realize, of course. Until it is not meant to be anymore. Especially for those who had it planned to be here in this way, to remember and to hear us. Maybe before, like you did when you were children and babies. Please remember, I will help guide you and bring you to that peace and balance and flow. Remember always that you're creating your creations, your creativity, your creative works are so very important, whether they are drawings or paintings or photographs or quotes, music, dance, food, technology that is pure and good. You see, again, please just remember, it is important to create and to share. That is also a piece of your flow. Remember how the water moves and grows and also becomes a part of creation, part of you at some point, of course. Thank you so much, dear ones. You are so beautiful. I love you dearly. Hello, family. This is Infiniti again. I really, truly hope you could feel those messages from Gaia and Archangel Gabriel. Please take this time to spend in your divine home here in this new Gaia. New Earth Gaia, magical Gaia. We are rooting our new realities in this way, a way in which we are forming to understand a connectedness. And so that can permeate out into the collective in a stronger way. We are still very separate. And this community is no different. And so it is with intent that we start to blend these bounds within our own structures and reach out in a different way. I'm being shown. It is coming. It's forming. The picture is starting to make sense. So we will flow. So be there in that space now. And remember, any visuals or messages you may get, receive, who may come to see you, whatever is to happen here in this space. Family, I speak now for basically the collective of archangels. They want you to know that they are always here. They are not always vocal. They are not always talked about or even by me pointed out, because even to me, they're not telling me to, even though I know that they're always here as well. And so I guess they wanted you all to know that they are always here and they are always with you. You just need to if you want to specifically hear from them, they will, of course. Other than that, the way that they want me to explain this is that there are certain ones, those like Michael and Gabriel, who are meant to be more vocal. Sometimes Metatron or Raphael. But they all do have a relationship with you in the upper dimensions. In your astral space, as you know, they have come in. So even in this space, they'll work with you more quietly, individually at times, I know. But they want the rest of you to know that too, if that hasn't begun with you. They do this, and they do They do come forward at specific times. They say that also working with the oracle cards and channeling and speaking through people like me, especially, they feel that you can hear them even better than other ways, I guess, or coming forward so individually in channeling specifically. That they know that as the collective, there's a lot of them that are around, and even more that you aren't perceiving. That, or the collective, and they're just kind of a different set without getting too confusing. But that still work. Like when I call in the archangels during healings, when I say the archangels are coming and they're present, and sometimes I name some, but a lot more come in than I ever name if you're perceiving them when they're really coming in. Sometimes it'll just feel like an energy just taking over your space, and it's nice and warm and comforting and dense. It also feels differently than the dragons. But anyway, they wanted you guys to know this. But if you ever, I guess, would like to hear from them too, you can call them forward, obviously. Okay? So... and just spend a few more moments in your space there and try to remember building it astrally, anchoring to it, and the different aspects of it, things like that. It'll become and start to become more and more to life the more you work with it. We just begun, so it's okay. If it's still a little hazy or if it's changing, that's fine too. I'm hearing that the Fae have messages for us and we are to see the oracle. So I will be doing that after. As a quote, the Fae have messages for you. Please see the oracle. So you may see them coming into your space, maybe acknowledging you. I don't know, but they're kind of making their way now, or their presence known in different ways, possibly. Or not, I don't know. It could be. Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Jesus. And I just wanted to say hello to you on this day. I had a nice time with you, giving you my messages of threes today. There were probably more than you realized, and you may see them again. It is still a 3-day, and every day I give you my messages of threes. More and more as you feel me and hear me, talk to me, bring me into your space and let me hold your hand, put my hand on your head, give you my comfort, my light, my guidance for you. The more you'll see that I am there, not just in those moments. And I hope you begin to speak with me more and more and more. As always, I send you hearts of love, filled, always. Joy and bliss and comfort and love for you, dear one, and all of our brothers and sisters. May you all connect in the beautiful ways you are meant to and recognize the divine order as you are meant to. And I will be there with you, guiding and motivating you. And you will know, you know. Thank you. I love you. Your brother Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Gabriel, for connecting with me and us today. Your messages are received in gratitude and love always by me and the collective as they are meant to hear them. And I thank you so much. So, family, at this time, if you could start coming more into your space, unless you have been pulled into a sleep space, in which case, of course, I will see you on the flip side. If you are still awake and feel like joining me in Astral, out of Astral and into chat, we will speak for a few minutes. And like I said, I am being told to get into the Oracle, so I will be doing that. Thank you so much, family. Thank you for, and I'll be doing that in a separate video, I should say. Thank you so much, family. Thank you for being here with me. I love you so very much. You are amazing. And remember, the key is to create infinite love, light, and blessings. And I love you already. I'm going to stretch a little bit and we'll see if you come back. Oh, wowza. 2 hours, 10 minutes, 22 seconds. 2 people, 2 legs right when I opened up my eyes. No kidding. Oh my goodness. So crispy. Mm. When you want munchies, you don't have. Mm. That thing happened where I got cold. Oh, we have less people. 12, 2, 12, 12. That's interesting. I totally let my hair down. It was big, big, big. Big and crazy through that, probably. It don't matter. Are any of my 2 ladies coming back? Leslie's here. Yay, yay, yay. I'm just like killing time checking my Instagram. To be honest. I'm back. So is Karen. Yay. I was lying in a tall grass field with butterflies flying around. Then there were raindrops falling on me. Beautiful. Wow. That sounds beautiful, honey. It sounds gorgeous. It sounds amazing. What about you, Leslie? Share. I can't believe when I literally opened my eyes, it was 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like there was just a I'm not even kidding you. The numbers today, you guys. Like seriously. So trippy. Leslie says, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, I never, I didn't mean that. I never posted that one post on Instagram. I'm going to have to do that later. Jesus held my hand again, so I'm still smiling about that. He showed me, I got a picture of him like holding, he really enjoys doing that, by the way. Excuse me. He really enjoys doing that. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad he felt bad for me since I haven't. I could totally see that. Yeah, he's a fan of sex. He's no prude, that's for sure. Oh my God, he's pretty real. Oh my goodness gracious. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Well, you know, it's like been confirmed that that real like sex energy is the highest like energy you can produce. So that was something that, no joke, Jesus and Mary Magdalene used to level their energy up. So so it's not just like for fun though, sex, but he's just like, yeah, that sucks. It totally see him. Like, oh, haven't been sex sore in a while. You get soul naked though. Are you okay, kitty? And in a lot of ways it's better until like, you know, it's like worthy sore sex. Because until then it just sounds gross, right? It's a good book. Let me show you guys. Uh-oh. I got rid of all of my, no joke, you guys. I'm not even kidding you. There's no coincidence me like turning into me being me. I had boxes, and just a few years ago, I had boxes and boxes and boxes of books. Boxes. And then I moved and I had to get rid of some, and then I moved again and again, and I got rid of like all but barely any. Like I have my tarot books and I have a couple of books, and that's pretty much it. And this is one of them. Like I literally have a very small amount of books, but this book I got a long time ago. And it's about, it's actually about a couple of people who, one of them does channeling, and the other one, like a duo. And then in the channeling, and they go to all these places that like Mary Magdalene like supposedly went to, or the Mary Magdalene Church in France and all this stuff, like to like really get close and channel with her, which I've channeled with Mary Magdalene. And I mean, I think it's awesome to do that, and I'll do that, but you don't really have to go anywhere. She's, you know what I mean? Like, if you channel her, you can just channel her, and I have. And she'll come through at some point. She talks to me a lot, but not like openly yet, I guess. Anyway, this book is one of the books that I kept, and there's a lot of, it's really neat. It's a really neat book, and I highly recommend it. So anyway, what's the book? I'm pretty sure it's the book you're talking about. I'd love to see it pop up. Oh, I've never seen that before. I'll be like, oh boy. What book are you talking about then? Karen says, I was talking with angels, Michael and Gabriel, to come to me in my dreams. So good. Yeah. They will too. And so will the other ones, Raziel, and they will too. I mean, they're there for you to talk to and to learn from. It's just when it comes to like vocal channeling and like hearing that, it's more natural for them to come through than the others. But the others like to communicate with you guys too. And in astral, that's just where they're more comfortable. So that's awesome. I'm not psychosaur by choice. Interesting book. Oh, yep, that book. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure that's the book you were talking about. It's an awesome book. Karen's just putting it out there. Look. She says, I need help not thinking about my sister so much. Oh, wow. Well, you're going to get a healing, so that'll help. And the angels will help. The archangels, for sure. Oh my God, it just happened again. 2/20/22. Yeah, okay. These twos are ridiculous. I love them. Like, just so many twos. So many twos. So I'm gonna get more chaga. I'm going to start, or I'm going to stop this video, take a little break, and then I guess I'm going to do some, what was it? Fairy Oracle. They actually wanted to come through a couple nights ago, but it was getting late as it was, and it was going long. We had already done a couple of Oracle, and I was just like, no, I'm not even mentioning it. And so they've been patient, but apparently today they're like, we want to come out today. So yeah, it's not that late, even though it feels late. It's not that late here, at least on the Pacific coast. It is 7:39, I guess, or 7:40. Yep. 7:30. Oh no, now it's 7:40. I knew it was close. Knew it. Your sister has negative energy. You also need to get some crystals too. 10:40. So, you know, I will be back on live in like 10 minutes max. So please don't wait for a notification. Like shut things down with whatever you got to do to make it so you can see me if I go back live. If you guys want to come back, that is. Hopefully you do. Thank you for being here. And don't forget to leave comments. Okay, cool. She'll be up for another hour or two. Awesome. Hopefully you will too, Karen. You're a night owl, I think. So yeah. Okay. So please come back, check back. I hope you do. And I will see you with some fairy oracle. I love you guys. Bye. Write me comments. I love you. Oh, no way.